My name is Michelle Young from Extremely Crafty, and today we're going to learn how to make marvelous chocolate apricots. So the ingredients for this recipe are 250 grams of marzipan, 12 dried apricots, less if apricots are already moist and really large, 100 grams of chocolate, and 1/3 cup of apricot brandy. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to chop the apricots into really tiny pieces. Now last night I did this with all of our apricots, and I put them in a bowl, and I added the 1/3 cup of apricot brandy, and I allowed them to soak overnight. So the apricots will swell as they soak up all the lovely flavorful brandy. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the apricots with the marzipan. So I'm going to take a chunk of the marzipan, and we don't want to make these balls too big. We just want to warm up the marzipan with our hands, and then we're going to add some of the nice apricots, and we want to add that and make these apricot balls. Now, be careful to mix it thoroughly. You want to evenly distribute the apricots into the marzipan. You don't want some chocolates overflowing with apricots and others with only marzipan. So there, I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to let that dry. And once you have all of your apricot balls, it's time to melt the chocolate. So now what we're going to do is we're going to snap our chocolate into pieces, and we're going to melt it in the microwave. This might take approximately 45 to 50 seconds, depending on the strength of your microwave. So out of the microwave, now I have my melted chocolate. I'm going to stir this thoroughly because you can see we still have some chunks. Stir it nice, get all that lovely chocolate in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the balls that I made earlier this morning, and you can see that these ones are smaller and they look like little dim sum. What I did was I spread out the marzipan, I dropped in the apricots, and then I pinched up the marzipan like a little dim sum package. So I'm going to drop that into the melted chocolate. You can see I'm going to spoon it around the melted chocolate, and then I'm going to put it on my cookie rack lined with wax paper, and there's the first one done. So I'll take the next one, drop it in the melted chocolate, stir it all around so all of the surfaces are coated, and then again I'm just going to pick it up and drop it on my lined paper. Right. I made this batch earlier this morning. I added a little almond, slivered almond, to the top of each. So why don't we see what one of these beauties tastes like? They're simply gorgeous. So that's how to make marvelous chocolate apricots. Check out extremelycrafty.co.uk for other crafty tips. Extremely Crafty, creating happiness through craft.